What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Banks, coming at you live with another trade recap. And we caught the low of the day on SPY. I want to teach you how we did it. But first, go ahead and hit that like, retweet, or subscribe button so you don't miss any of this educational content I try to put out on a daily basis to make you a profitable trader, because that's why I'm here. This is why I do it. I want to see everybody win. So let's get into it, guys. As you know, for those who have already joined me before, we go over live trades that are taken, right? Last trade looks good enough. Low day, highly possible in now. Looks like enough for a break back into 525. Hit 100% banger. Now, we did try this a couple times. Got 30 and 40% originally. And we had to try this again. So I'm going to go over this really quickly of this trade, because I think this is very important to understand how to read price action. I want everyone to know why I'm taking these trades, right? So first off, as always, guys, zoom out, look left. As you know, I love the 1 hour time frame. You should always be looking at all the different time frames: 5 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, even daily, to get your big levels, right? Everything is all relative when it comes to trading. More intraday, smaller time frames are better for intraday, right? They give you a little bit more detail, and for as far as like entries and exits, as whereas the bigger picture, the bigger levels are going to come on the bigger, higher time frames, right? It's going to make sense. What we were looking at today, right, was a bounce here. We caught low of the day, as you guys saw. So what was I looking at? A couple different levels we had. First level I had right here is about 523.90. 523.90. I like this level a lot. I've had it for quite a while now. Let me see if I can zoom back. Had it since April 4th. So had this level since April 4th. Came into play as well here on May 15th. So one thing, guys, when you trade a certain ticker or you trade stocks over and over again and you're plotting your levels, you'll see, especially these bigger time frame levels, even the smaller time frames sometimes, but levels will play out over and over and over again, especially if it is a big level of interest. And you'll see that the longer you start to trade. So you can see that right here, came up, resistance, we broke out, kind of bounced here, broke down again, and we broke back over. So we did catch a little bounce here. So let me go down into the smaller time frame, right? So we did catch the bounce initially here. We did catch the bounce initially here. These are my levels. They go back a little bit. These are just from the smaller time frame levels, or the lower time frame. I say smaller, but lower time frame. You guys know what I mean. What am I seeing here? This is very important what I'm going to tell you guys. What am I seeing here? Well, what is happening is we came into our level, we bounced, we took calls, came back into our level again, we bounced again, we took calls at the bottom here. So what is this telling me? Stocks, candlesticks are going to show you a certain story, right? They tell you a story of what's going on. So yes, we've been selling off all day, right? We sold, little bear flag, we sold again. Coming into this level, what is this telling me here? Had a pretty big bounce and two big bounces. So this is telling me that buyers are finally really showing up at this level, right? Buyers are really showing up. I mean, we had sellers try to push us down. We got a big bounce. Sellers try to push us down. I mean, we got a big, nice hammer, pin bar, whatever you like to call it. Brought us right back up. Thought we were going to push right there. We didn't. But this is telling me that buyers are stepping up within our zone, right? So I showed you on the bigger time frame. We have a zone here. I've had these levels here on the 5 minute from before as well. But around 523 to 524, this is our zone. This is telling me that buyers are showing up. So when we're reading price action, to make it very simple, guys, all trading is a battle between buyers and sellers. If we're coming to a major demand right here, who should be winning? Buyers should be winning if that demand is going to actually act as demand, right? And what is happening? Buyers are stepping up to the plate where they should be stepping up. So when you're looking to take trades, have your supply, have your demand, have your zones, have your support, have your resistance, have your levels as well. Think about who should be protecting this zone or this level. Should buyers be protecting the zone and level, or should sellers be protecting the zone and this zone or level? And then look and see who is actually winning at that level or zone. And then you'll see typically this is going to show you where the move is going to happen. If buyers are stepping up in a major demand zone, great. That risk to reward is now to take that long. Now, if sellers were in control, which, you could say sellers were technically still in control. We couldn't break over 524 initially. Sellers were in control. But buyers were stepping up, right? That risk to reward is here, especially if you're catching the bottom like we are. You're getting a nice 30%, 40% gain on these bounces. And then what happened? Well, sellers were in control. Let me go back to the 1 hour. Sellers were in control. So on this candle here, it was telling me, okay, we can't break back above this 523.90 level. So we went short. Just in case we fill this imbalance, right? Just in case we fill this imbalance, we got a nice push down here, about 43, 45% on this put. And then what happened? Big old bounce. So again, if we go down to the smaller time frames, we know we have a level here. Sorry, I'll actually show you this level on the 1 hour. It's 522.63. You could see resistance, resistance. Pretty big level here back in May. Coming back into this level again, right? And you can kind of see May 30th as well. You could see there's a pretty big level here on the 1 hour time frame, on the hourly. And then what happened? Well, we broke low of the day and got bought right back up. So just like this candle right here, just like this candle's pin bar right here, hammer, we had another hammer below the lows. Now, this was very aggressive. It showed, we already know that buyers are stepping up here, right? They already were stepping up here. This is a liquidity grab, guys. They pushed down below low of day, grabbed some liquidity, pushed us right back up. And then that's when we took it long to go to 525, 526. And eventually this pushed all the way up into 528 in a day. So we caught the low of the day. But the most important thing, guys, what I want you guys to recognize is, what is my zone? Is it demand and supply? What's my levels? Is support, resistance? Who should be in control here? And that will typically tell you what the highest probability trade will be at that zone or level. Buyers are stepping up. Buyers are stepping up. Come down. Push down. Very quick. Buy right back up. We already know buyers are stepping up here. Step up yet again. And at that point, once this happened here, entered calls again. Got our 100% banger. Coming into our hourly level, not only is it a major level that we're holding, but we also know, grab some liquidity, nice hammer candle. If you guys don't know, hammer candles are great for reversals, as well as, let me get into this very quickly. I know it's probably a long video for Twitter, but I hope you guys are getting good information on here. As long as, oops, I already have, let's go with this. This volume. What's going on with the volume here? Right? We have sell volume, green candles, the buy volume, right? You see sellers pretty much in control. We had sellers, buyers start to step up though here. And then what happened with this candle? You say, well, it's a sell candle, right? It's red. Sellers were in control of this volume. And technically you'd be correct, right? But you need to look a little bit deeper into this. We see that we push down. We pushed right back up very aggressively. We already know buyers are trying to step up here. So this is a sell candle with increased volume, pretty high volume compared to these other ones. I mean, if you look at this one, almost the same height as this one that pushes all the way down here. Yet we did be pushed right back into a 523.20, right? We pushed right back up into 523.20. Well, that's weird. If this is a pretty big sell candle, why did we push right back up? This is telling me, again, going back to the story of what the price action is telling you, sellers, yes, were in control, trying to push us down. That's why there was high volume of sellers, but buyers overtook the sellers. So sometimes when we have a sell volume candle like this, we need to look a little bit deeper. What happened here? We see that sellers, yes, lots of sellers, which pushed us down, but buyers brought us all the way back up very quickly. So if this was going to be a big high sell volume candle, which is almost identical to this one, which dropped us, almost, over a point, this one dropped us what, 10 cents? So that's showing me that sellers are running out of steam. Buyers are stepping in. They were already stepping in up here. And at this point, you could see that sellers definitely ran out of steam. The momentum shift has changed. And then buy. We came back into our 525 level, 526, which was this imbalance fill. And then we slowly just melted up the rest of the day. And that was the trade and why we took those trades and caught the low of the day. Shout out to everybody on the team absolutely banking today. If you guys want to learn, I am in the Wolves of Wealth community. I would love to have you guys, but I'll leave it on this. Believe in yourself because I believe in you. Just give it time. You guys will make it. I know it takes time, but one trade, 1% better every single day. You guys got this. I love you. My name is Mr. Banks. If you have any questions, as always, drop them below.